Hey, what's happening? I'm the climbing investor, scaling walls, stacking assets, and chasing that Mustang horsepower. If you're into wealth, wheels, and wild climbs, you're in the right place. Today, I'm gonna break down some charts on the channel, and I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own due diligence and research. Ethereum is on the edge of something major, and the ETH BTC pair is screaming something big, which I'm going to show you very soon. Plus, there are some small cap meme coins flying under the radar, and I'm going to show you that they have moon potential. So let's break it all down. I'm now on the Bitcoin dominance chart, and as you can see, it's been trending up. Bitcoin dominance has been trending up all since late 2022, and the big question that everyone is asking themselves, when does it top out? Has it reached the top, or has it got further to go? Okay, so it recently broke the all-time high and is now sitting at 64.4% in dominance. And this chart is very important because it shows us when we can expect an altcoin season to start, and that's when the dominance breaks down. And under the chart here, this is a rising wedge pattern that I've marked out. And on the chart below is the relative strength index, the RSI, and it's a descending wedge formation. And this is on the weekly. And what does it mean? It means that although the price is going up, we have a divergence because the RSI is going down. And that's a bearish divergence actually on the weekly. So I would not be surprised if we kind of had a blow off top. We're getting very close to it. We could probably go all the way up until 66%, something like this, where we also have quite a lot of trading volume in this vicinity. But I would expect this bearish divergence on the weekly to play out, and once we break down and we break this rising wedge, then the target is the bottom of the wedge, so it's all the way down at like 45-ish%. And if we follow this descending wedge on the RSI, we can see that it has actually room to go down all the way until it's almost considered oversold. So I would expect it to go down to the bottom of the channel and maybe even go through it. So that's what we're all expecting, and the question is, when will it happen? Well, I would say that we're close to having an altcoin season, and somewhere between June and July will be full out altcoin season. Maybe it will continue even until September, October, and I will break down why I think so. So this is the ETH to BTC ratio, and what you can see is that Bitcoin has been gaining and ETH has been bleeding in relative terms to BTC price. So BTC is currently at around $94,000 and the ETH is only at 1800, but we are actually getting quite a significant bounce on the ETH to BTC pair, and we're actually sitting at historical support, which is the low from August 2029. And if we get a bounce and we break this downwards trending this downwards trend, where could we bounce to? And I would say that the sure bet is up to the 0.618 Fibonacci level, because it tends to work as a magnet, and it also tends to work as resistance when you're approaching it from the underside. That gives a ratio of 0.06 ETH to BTC. And what does that mean? Well, it means that ETH will be valued about 3 times more from the current level against BTC. And where could BTC top out? That's a question. Also, you can see that the RSI on the weekly is very oversold. So let's see. So Bitcoin has been trending down in a downwards wedge channel, which is just broke out from on the weekly. So this is on the weekly, so we'll have to wait and see on the closing price of Sunday whether this is a real breakout or not, but it looks like it for now, although I would like to see more volume on the weekly, but it can always pick up, so we'll have to wait and see. And in the overall macro picture, we have sort of a rising wedge pattern. So where I would expect, if this is a real breakout, where I would expect BTC to be heading in the longer term now is to the top of the wedge, which will be somewhere between 130 and 140,000. And why is it so? Because if we look at the time it has taken for the pumps, and they are getting faster and faster when we progress in the bull run. So this one from, let's say, September until March of 2024, it lasted for approximately 180 days. And this one from August of 2024 lasted approximately until December of 2024. So, and that was around, let's say, 90 to 100 days, maybe 110 days. I don't remember exactly now, but it seemed like it's like 1/3 faster every time we have a new pump. And if this is a real breakout, that means that the bottom is in. And when can we expect the next all-time high? Well, I would say that if it follows this trajectory, then it could mean that we top out in around 60 days. And 60 days takes us out to the end of June, beginning of July, which gives us a target of approximately $140,000 to $144,000 for BTC. And that's actually my conservative target, where I would expect BTC to top out. And what does it give us in ETH value? Well, if we take 0.06 and we multiply it with 140 to 144,000, we get a target somewhere between 8,200 and 8,500 USD for ETH. And that's could sound unrealistic right now, but I do think that it's very realistic target. We also have the upcoming Pectra upgrade for Ethereum. We have staking on the Ethereum ETFs being a bit delayed, but it will be approved at some point. It's just a matter of time. And overall, when we look at the ETH USD, ETH against USD, we can see that it's on the weekly, again, it's at historical low RSI level. It's almost on the same level as it was July 2022. and the price bounced from 1380 up until 1800 recently. So there's a strong bounce from this area, and I do believe that the RSI will turn around and we will start a new uptrend. And it will go faster than the recent pumps. And this again to show you my target. So my target is all the way up here at 8,200 to 8,500. Will it get there? Well, I think there is a probability that it will get there. It relies also a little bit on the global liquidity in the market, and it has been rising. So the economy has started expanding, and if the Fed finally pivots and start quantitative easing, then it's a real chance that we'll get up there. What are the kind of alt plays on Ethereum if Ethereum starts ripping? Well, one of the my favorite meme coins is Breton ETH, OX240, and it's been showing strength throughout the whole bull run, and now it's actually sitting still quite low, but it's broken out from the floor here. It broke out here on the news that a big influencer called Altcoin Gordon, he started he found Brett, and he saw its potential, and he also believes that Brett on ETH will flip based Brett, and it could be really wild. And that's when Brett broke the downturn and went all the way up to 0.2. Now it's sitting at 0.13, but I think it's only a matter of time before it will break this and even break the previous all-time high, which was 0.7. And it's now sitting at almost a 9 million market cap, and I do think that it has potential to get all the way up to 1 billion or even more. We've seen such examples in the past, and it's not unthinkable that it will get there. It's actually quite realistic, and if Brett gets Binance listing, it will for sure get there. And it has a very active community on Discord, on Twitter, everywhere. Zach Ventura's YouTube channel is great. He posts great content, and on the Discord it's also a very active community with a lot of people supporting and raiding for Brett. So the Breton base chart does not look as good as Breton ETH at all, and it's broken like this floor, it has broken down, it's broken this floor, and of course now it has had a little bit of a pump, but I do think that Breton ETH will in the long run be gaining on Breton base. You can also see on the 24-hour that Brett has gained more than Breton base. So that's all for my market update, and we'll see now how it will develop with the tariffs, but if it really is going to get solved with China and so on, and the Fed will pivot, then we have the perfect storm for a crazy bull run. It will melt faces. That's all for me. Thanks. Bye bye.